Hello, hello there. My name is Mo, my co-host Corey. We are the Real Guys, and this is the Real Show with two E's. Today, don't say his name, but if you say it 3 times, then he's going to show up. But it's not actually spelled the way you say it, though. And today, we are reviewing the spooky 1988 Beetlejuice. That's right. And as always, I'm with my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey? Are you feeling spooky today?
I am feeling spooky today. It's getting close to Halloween.
Yes, it is very close as we're recording this. Very close to Halloween. Will you be going out? Will you be partying it up on Halloween, Corey?
I will probably be watching some spooky TV.
Spooky TV, yes. Some Hammer horror. I was talking about that.
Yeah.
Last night we watched some Hammer horror films. And as you can see, we're appropriately dressed for Halloween in costume. Corey is Beetlejuice's Nan.
Yes.
And I've just found out his name's Adam. I didn't know he was.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, his name's Adam. Yeah. I'm Alec Baldwin from. I was going to actually make quite a controversial joke as well prior to this recording, but then I thought better of it. So I'll leave the audience to imagine what kind of joke that would have been. But I would have made a very controversial joke prior to this. However, I'm now just Adam. I'm just the ghost of Mrs. Alec Baldwin from Beetlejuice. And with always, you can watch us on our YouTube channel, or you can listen to us on Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any other podcast. You can listen to us there. I actually had to list podcasts. I was doing a sort of a descriptor for the show a couple of days ago, and I had to list all the things that we're on so people are aware. And all of them there, even Spotify. That's the big one. That is the big one. 2,000 listeners. Now, let's get into Beetlejuice, one of the staples of 1988. One of the first things you might notice when you Google Beetlejuice is what genre is this film?
Okay.
So, Corey, what genre would you say Beetlejuice is?
I mean, I guess you kind of would put it in the horror category. I guess not.
Would you?
I guess.
Would you say there's anything especially scary about Beetlejuice?
Not in the sense of like modern like jump scary horror, but I guess some of the character designs could be considered a bit kind of in that area. Visual, maybe more.
Would you say it's an American film?
Okay.
Would you say it's a gothic?
Potentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you say it's dark?
I would. Yeah.
Would you say fantasy?
Sure.
Bit of a stretch on that one.
There's elements.
Comedy?
Yeah.
And would you say horror?
I would say so.
Would you say it's an American gothic fantasy dark comedy horror?
That's a big old subgenre.
That is a big old subgenre. That is. Philip Parker would have some real trouble with this genre.
Yeah.
Because if you look it up on Wiki, simplest thing you can do, it is listed as an American gothic dark fantasy comedy horror, which is a big subtitle there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's more than just cowboys versus aliens, people. Yeah. That is a mix of whole things. Because if you can find all of that, well, Tim Burton, yes, gothic, dark, I suppose. People, die in car crashes and ghosts, and Beetlejuice is a sort of spirit demon thing. Fantasy, yeah, because there's fantasy elements in it. Beetlejuice uses magic or spirits or conjuring or possession. Comedy, because there's a couple of jokes. And horror, because that one time where their faces turn into a big crow and a big sort of crocodile mouth with eyes and stuff.
Little hand-eye things.
Little hand-eye things, yeah, and the tongue goes like that. It does a little, and then they go through, but people aren't scared, so they've got to find other ways to scare them. So they call up the man himself, Michael Keaton, Batman.
Yes.
Now let's go into the plot of this. Obviously, we've got Alec Baldwin, who is Adam, and his lovely wife, who's Barbara.
Yep.
I've just found out their surnames are Maitland. No idea that was true.
Yeah, I knew it.
So it's Adam and Barbara Maitland, and they're a great couple living in this huge house, very Tim Burton-esque house, which is everywhere on the images and on the posters. Because it's a very unique, it's got the spire and there's the middle section. Very big house, just for 2 people.
Just
don't want
2
a
people.
Family, don't want a dog, nothing. However, the dog spells their doom when they're driving, and they drive off the bridge.
Yep.
Because of that damn dog.
Yep.
And now they're ghosts.
Correct. And they're stuck in the house.
Stuck in the house, and then the new tenants arrive, led by the mum from Home Alone.
Yeah.
And she wants to take over the house and change it all up. basically. Change it all up. The dad in this family, the Dietzes.
Yep.
The dad, Charles Dietz. It just seems like a regular guy. He seems like probably the most normal person in this film.
Yeah, he's fine. He's just
'Cause
chilling.
he just wants he wants a nice, relaxing time in the countryside.
Yeah.
Basically, his new relaxing country house. He tries to relax. There's ghosts popping up everywhere around him, and Winona Ryder is one of the stars of this film. Lydia Dietz.
Yep.
She's a goth girl who believes in all the ghost type things, and she can see.
She's the only one that can see them.
She's the only one that can see them because she believes in ghosts.
Yep.
When you believe in ghosts, you can see ghosts. That's how it works.
That's definitely how it works.
You don't have to be sixth sense. You don't have to do any of that. You can just believe and you can just see them. And Winona Ryder does a very good job in this as well. As does Catherine O'Hara, and the man himself, Michael Keaton, as Beetlejuice or Betelgeuse or however you choose to say it.
Yes.
He's there as well, and he doesn't pop up for a while.
No, and he's only in the film for a short amount of time.
Yes, he is. So you say the film's named after him, the title character, and he appears he's like Godzilla. He only turns up for like 8 minutes or something like that. He's in there 45 minutes.
He's in the film, I think 14 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Totally
Darth Vader in New Hope. Yeah. And he doesn't pop up for very long. And he spends most of the time small on a...
Yes, on a little model.
On a little model. Yeah, basically. Most of the time small on a little model. To say that he's, the big character. Oh, yes, everyone remembers his performance. Oh, yes. And, yeah, I know... When he speaks, I can't just not imagine Bruce Wayne going, lights out, you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. When he smashes the vase with the fire poker and he's threatening the joke and he's yelling... because that was the time, at that time, again, yes, it was Tim Burton as well, so hey, he loves Michael Keaton. At that time, people were rebelling, saying, oh, Michael Keaton can't be Bruce Wayne, he doesn't look anything like Batman, he doesn't look like anything like Batman. Do you know what Batman looks like? You can't see off of his face.
Yeah, you can only really see the bottom bit.
Yeah, if this bit looks good, then you'll be fine, right? If the bottom part of his face looks okay, then good. And also, the whole point of Batman is you don't know he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. So
if Bruce Wayne looks like just a regular guy, Michael Keaton-esque guy, you're not going to go, I think that guy's Batman. You're not. You just go, oh, he must be Bruce Wayne. He gets a bit insane. He likes nuts and stuff like that. But then you won't go, I think he's Batman. You're not going to think that.
Yeah.
Because he looks just like a regular dude. And that's the point, I think. To conceal the fact that he's Batman, so there you go. But to conceal the fact that he's Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Obviously. And he jumps and flips around and makes people sing, and he is the bio-exorcist.
Correct.
It
means he's going to try and eradicate anyone that you want from your house, because if you're the ghosts, you want to get all the humans out of your house because they are pests.
Yes. And Beetlejuice is going to help you, but everyone wards the Maitland away from bringing him in, because like their worker, their handler Juno, who is an old woman. If you notice, she's got a neck.
She does, yeah.
So she can't smoke fully. She takes a drag and then it just comes out her neck anyway. Doesn't even get the benefit of the smoking. So that's a fun detail. There's loads of stuff like that. There's the one of my favorite characters is the I was going to say the garbage man, but he's not a garbage man. The janitor in the hallway, in the ghost hallway. I just love that guy. I don't know what it is about him, but I love the guy. Oh, that's the door where you see the ghost with the weird faces. They never passed over. Do they have to watch out, door? That guy. He's having a great time. I really like that guy. It just says here the Simi Bo as janitor. So shout out to you, Simi Bo. You're my hero of this film, right? So Corey, take us through some of the plot points here.
Yeah, well, obviously, like you say, we don't want to use them straight away. So they try classic things to try and scare away the family, including wearing white sheets.
Yeah. Going ooh.
Yeah, which doesn't work.
I did consider for a second that my costume was going to be me
wearing
with
a
white
sheet
sheets on. Yeah. I did think about that.
But it doesn't work. However, Lydia Dietz does end up getting pictures of them. and then she realizes that she can actually see them.
Yeah. Because the pictures turn out to be that there's no feet.
There's
so
no
they're
feet.
floating,
It's
so
just
they're
floating
invisible.
sheets.
They're invisible, but she can see them as people.
Yeah. And so she then has to try and convince the family that, hold on a minute, there's a basement upstairs, but you can't get in it. I can get in it, you can't get in it. We should maybe try and figure this out. Obviously, the family don't believe her. Well, not yet anyway, but they end up believing her at some point when they can find out they can make money out of this whole situation. But they try, they can't get rid of the family. So eventually they just decide, you know what, we need to help. We need all the help we can get.
And so then they decide to work with the ghost. The ghosts are unwilling in the family's attempt to make money out of them due to someone called Otho.
Yep.
And this is what his name was, Lotho, but Otho. And he is the former house designer.
Yep.
He also worked with the supernatural. Did he say he was a ghost hunter or something? I don't know what he used to be.
I can't quite remember. Something around that.
Yeah. And he wanted to use the supernatural, do this sort of ritual to draw the ghosts out. And it's up to them to stop it and to use the Beetlejuice to get those people out of the house. Yeah. They do try initially with making them sing the Banana Boat song.
They do make them sing that song.
But then they go, oh, they're going to be running out of the house any second now. You just watch. They're going to be screaming out of that house and run into their cars and drive away and never come back. But no, they don't. They love it. Yeah. They think it's like some kind of ride.
They think it's great, and they're like, we can make money out of this. This is an experience.
We love to eat our bowl full of 5 massive shrimp.
Yeah.
You know, who loves that? Or prawns, or prawn cocktail, or whatever they're eating. You know. It just looked like a bowl with just huge lobster, like a big lobster in it. How are you going to eat that? You know, big shrimp. And they decide to bring in Beetlejuice, who lives in the afterlife with everybody else. And all the different ghost designs, those guys are great. The guy with the small head and the big jacket, he's fun. Yeah. The skeleton, there's just tippy-typey skeletons. Love those guys. They're just adorable. They're just skeletons on typewriters. I think that's really fun. They've clearly just got some atomical skeleton dummies and are just puppeting their arms.
Yeah, pretty much.
To type on a typewriter, and I really like that. Just imagine those skeletons like, "Hey Jim, you're gonna do those quarterly reports for me, Jim. Oh no, we're gonna get there, Bobby. Don't worry." His fingers are just clacking on the keys. I think that's really fun. We should do something with that. The burnt guy.
The burnt guy, yeah. There's the
great as well.
like flat tire man that appears at one point.
Oh yeah, the flat tire man. He's quick because he's been run over. He's completely just flat as a sheet, and he's like on a coat hanger or something. Yeah. He's like on like a hanger reeling by. All the people. I don't know what's up with all the people with different coloured skin. I don't know if they're like alien ghosts. But there was like a green person and a red person, and like a purple person, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what's happened to them. But one of them, maybe they're like zombies or something, or I don't know. And the desk clerk at the office of Juno's office is green, but she's in like a pageantry outfit. So I don't know if she was like a person, but then she got covered in, I don't know, green paint before she died. Not sure. And then all those little details like that. The moon of Saturn or wherever they go on to, which is like a big forest with loads of desert. Are there planets in the background? Yeah, and there's
a big worm.
Yes, it takes you to David Lynch's Dune.
Yeah.
Clearly that's where that portal takes you. It takes you to David Lynch's Dune. Sting's there in his
big blue underwear.
Big blue white fronts. Yeah, Sting's there, big blue white fronts. Ah. Feed. Oh yes, feed. That's what happens. And so you've got to run back through the door. I think that's really fun as well. It just pulls from all the different sort of it's fantasy, horror, comedy, dark, gothic, American. So and you get all those different.
See now that big old genre fit's making sense.
Yeah, the big old genres. Yeah, the big old genres working for us. Yeah, but wonder if some trivia will work for Corey. Hit us with that trivia, Corey.
Okay, so If we go through it, this is Michael Keaton's favourite film he's made.
Oh, and what a film to consider your favourite.
The original name for the film was called House Ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
As a joke, Tim Burton then suggested the name Scared Sheetless,
Oh, that's good.
but then got worried because they actually considered using it.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton came up with the character's design, most of it by himself.
Mm.
Apparently, all the mould and his hair looking like he's stuck his finger in an electric socket was all his idea. Michael Keaton also ad-libbed most of the lines in the film.
Mm-hmm.
It was also the first DVD sent out by Netflix in 1998.
Oh wow! And they've still got the film today.
They still got it because that's where I watched it.
Yeah, me too. They've still got it today.
What else have we got? According to Michael Keaton, the Beetlejuice character was ascribed to him by director Tim Burton as having lived in every time period but no time period. Keaton used this as a jumping off point to create a character with such features as a shock hairdo, mould makeup, large teeth, said that he first showed up to set as Beetlejuice for crew chanting. This got Keaton excited for the role.
Yeah.
What else have we got? The original plan for a dinner party was to have the guests dance to a song by The Ink Spots, but Jeffrey Jones and Catherine O'Hara suggested music by Calypso.
Yeah.
There was also meant to be a sequel for this film.
Well, there is.
Well, there is one now, but it was meant to be a different
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Like Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii or something.
Oh.
This
right.
isn't on the trivia thing, but I just know it exists.
Is this like Leprechaun into Hood?
Sure.
Is it like, where they put him somewhere, Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii,
Also, the Maitland's bumper sticker on their car says "I break for animals."
Nice.
But yeah, there was meant to be a sequel. I can't. Also, it's the first film ever won Tim Burton an Oscar. But yeah, there was meant to be a sequel, which was like, I think, Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii or something.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got a sequel eventually. We got Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Which came out this year.
It did, and to great acclaim as well. So let's drop Beetlejuice 1988 a real rating. Corey.
I enjoyed it. I think visually I quite liked it. The thing, obviously, like you said, with all the kind of scenes in the afterlife and all the ghosts and whatever, they have quite distinct looks.
Yeah.
Quite interesting looks. So visually I quite liked it. Story-wise, obviously there isn't, I wouldn't say there's much there, but it works.
No, there's not much to go on really there with the story. I must agree with that.
But the character of Beetlejuice is, for the 14 minutes he's on screen,
Yes.
is very, very much is making the most out of all those 14 minutes. Michael Keaton plays it really well. And it was enough to get me looking forward to the sequel. I have seen it. So I'm probably going to give it about a 7.5, about somewhere near there. 7.5, 8 on a good day, probably somewhere around there.
And a few thoughts on the sequel, just quickly?
Sequel's good. It's similar to, I would say, in the realm of like Chicken Run 2, where it's you're not upset that they made a sequel. Doesn't really like ruin anything from the first one, but it's good enough to where it's not bad, but it's not as good as the first one is. It feels a bit disconnected from the first one as well, other than obviously Beetlejuice being in it.
Okay.
But it's still good. I enjoyed my trip to the cinema.
Of course. And for my weekly rec, I think you'll definitely know this film.
Okay.
It's another film with a very unique, distinctive name that you don't want to say 3 times. I
have an idea of where this might be going.
Because it's Frankenweenie.
Okay.
It is 2012's Frankenweenie, also directed by Tim Burton. So
correct.
Okay, this is with our weekly recs, we'd also like to connect them to the film we're reviewing. Yep. This has got a ton of connections. So not only is it directed by Tim Burton,
correct.
It stars Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara. Mm-hmm. So 2 stars from the film, and it's about a boy who loses his dog suddenly, and he tries to Professor Frankenstein's monster, the dog, back to life through a scientific experiment. We've got Martin Short, We've got Winona Ryder. We've got SpongeBob SquarePants himself, Tom Kenny turning up, D. Bradley Baker, all the clones
Yep.
from the Clone Wars. They show a bit of archive footage of the classic Christopher Lee Dracula. So all the favourites of the real show turning up in this film. We've got great pace. I think it's a great animated film. It's that classic, Coraline type Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton animation, claymation style, where all the characters' eyes are really big and their faces all look like, teardrop faces. They're all like, ooh, like that, ooh, like that, and they've all got sort of, big smiles and big noses and everything, that kind of stuff. So, actually, no, they've got rather small noses. I'm looking at a couple of images here. They've got rather small noses. I will give Frankenweenie. What did you rate Beetlejuice?
I give it 7.5 to an 8, somewhere around that ballpark.
Right, okay. I think I'll give Beetlejuice a 7.
Okay.
And I will give Frankenweenie a 6.5.
Okay.
I think.
I haven't actually seen Frankenweenie.
Okay. I have seen Frankenweenie, but it was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. It may actually have been around about 2012, 2013.
Okay.
When it came out. Because I remember thinking, wow, that's a cool animated film. I remember the trailer really grabs you. Because they do like the classic 50s like lightning shock horror trailer where they go like, the boy lost his dog, but then he brought him back to science. But the dog's a zombie dog. Like that,
Right.
The sort of the trailer voice, and they do like the really stilted visuals and all that kind of thing. I remember the trailer to the film is actually fantastic. If you don't end up watching the film, watch the trailer for Frankenweenie, because it is great. But that is my weekly rec, and that is Frankenweenie. And so closes our Halloween episode for the real show.
Yeah, it does.
We'll be back round about. The next season's coming up. It's Christmas season.
Yeah.
So that's always a big hit at the real show. Christmas is always a big hit at the real show. We've got some new stuff coming, some old stuff coming back. So I'm very happy to continue on. And also, we've reached 4 years, Corey. Not to cap us off, but we're now on our 4th year of this.
Out of Context will be coming soon.
Okay, great. Happy to see it. It's always around October time anyway.
Yeah.
So it's always around October time. So thank you very much. And it's a goodbye from me, goodbye, and a goodbye from Corey.
Goodbye.